Hey there, future me. Um, I didn't get to make a vlog yesterday. I was tired. I had class from 8 to 7. I also had an exam in the morning, so I really didn't feel like uh, doing anything actually. Um, yeah, I said that last time that I would tell you the story about one of my friends and his breakup. I'm gonna keep it really, really short, and I'm gonna sum it up really fast. And I think it can be summed up like this. So he basically did her homework for college. He did her bachelor's project. He got her job. She would basically, let's say, live off of him. And at the same time, she had high expectations, and that he would do everything. Like, oh, do you do this or you do that? You should cook, you should do everything. Basically, she was treating him like a slave. And he got her a car, he got her a bunch of gifts and everything, usual stuff. They were together for 5 years, and they had some fights. Obviously, they had mini breakups in between. I don't know. But she raised a bunch of red flags from what he told me. Well, he didn't know they were red flags then, and he kind of knows now that they're red flags. I told him as well that they're red flags, like from while he was telling me his story. Yeah, she basically just, so he had enough. He had enough of being treated like a slave, and he said maybe they should break up and stuff. They broke up. She came back sometime later, like a week or something later, and then or a few days later, I don't remember. And then she left, saying that they have different paths in life. And in life, whoa, hard morning. And she and then within a month, he found out that she was already going to some dude in some other city just to bang and stuff. And he basically felt like trash. I thought he got cheated on as well, because from a story he told me, he said he's not sure. I think it's for sure, but depends on how you see it. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, yeah, 5-year relationship. He invested time, he invested effort, he invested money into it. And yeah, it turns out at the end she blamed him for everything. She was like, "Oh, it's your fault. It didn't matter. None of it mattered. Like, none of the effort or time or things he put into it, the passion he put into it, because he wanted to marry this girl. He wanted to start a family with her. It doesn't really matter in the end. People don't appreciate you for you. They don't not appreciate. Let's say appreciate. People can't appreciate other people for being themselves. It's more like when it comes down to weighing good stuff versus bad stuff, and this is true everywhere, like not just relationships, it's true in everything. When you do something bad, it's more noticeable than when you do something good. So you could do something extremely good, and then they'll pass it off as, wow, it's amazing the first time. But then if you keep doing good things and you keep pushing good things, it becomes a normal for the other person. So then when you fail to do the good thing, or when you don't do the good thing, even if it's neutral, so you don't do anything bad, you just don't do a good thing for them, or you don't, it's not the same, you know what I mean? Let's see. Give you an example. Let's say, for example, with my friend, right? He was doing all the housework, he was doing all her homework and all her stuff. Well, one time he said he did her homework, right? So she wasn't doing any of it. He did her homework or her project or something. She got like a C or a B on it, and then she complained to him that, oh, it's his fault that she only got a C or a B. But at the same time, why didn't she do it herself? You can't just pass off your work to someone else, not paying them, not doing any, like, they're not under a contract or something. He's doing it out of love. He's doing it for you. He's stressed too. He has his own work. He has his own homeworks. He has his own college. He has his own everything, He has his own problems in life. You can't just push it onto them, expect them to do it, and then at the same time be like, but it wasn't good enough. Like she had gotten to the point where him doing homework for her was normal. So then when she wasn't getting good grade, like A's, then she was like, well, this isn't normal. Like, this isn't okay. This is bad, you know? But it changed the good and bad scale in her head, sort of. So what used to be good now was bad, and what would be extremely like good, and like him getting her A's, that became the new normal slash good. And then her getting low grades was bad, even though before it was bad that he wasn't doing it, or that he wouldn't do it for her. That like the expectation scale changes, and that's, I don't think people realize that changes. I don't think I ever expected anything from my ex that high. I never had high expectations for her to do everything, or for her to do, you know, I didn't expect her, if she, for example, decided one day she was going to drop out of college, she didn't want to be a doctor anymore, or I don't know, she didn't want to do anything in life, I'd be like, okay, you know, it's your choice, it's your thing, we'll find some way through life. It's not the end of the world that you don't want to be a doctor anymore. It's not a status thing. It's not it wasn't something related to me. So I never saw her going to college. I never saw her dreams as being my expectations. But however, she saw what I was doing, like me going to college or me doing this thing. She thought of them as expectations. I expect you to finish college. I expect you to do this thing. And that's not okay. That's not okay at all. Yeah, I said I was gonna sum it up, so I guess I summed it up in that regard. I had one more thing I was gonna say and I completely forgot. Right, I think I figured out my streaming schedule for how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to fall into it first, and then I'll sort of announce it or whatever. Other than that, I guess today I'm gonna have to do a project, so I'm gonna have to do the implementation part for a project, because I think it's due on Sunday, and I'm relying on someone else from my group to actually do something. So let's say I did 60%, let's say 60%, let's be nice. I did 60% of what was in the project, sort of. And I had another friend who did the rest of the 40%, but we still have some parts missing. So we have the implementation for it, so the coding part for it, basically. We're missing some references, like we have to put references and stuff. We're missing the sysml diagrams, and I'm relying on someone else to do those. And I think we're missing the PowerPoint, which I guess I'll do Sunday or something. We'll see. We'll have to see. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and do the implementation today. It has to be a VR game. I haven't done that before. We're gonna have to see how that works out. I'm not gonna actually make it super VR because I don't have a VR headset or anything, and it doesn't really matter, because the way I envisioned it would be that you wear the VR headset and it tracks you when you move left and right, but then you use joysticks and a thruster to control the VR thing. So basically it's the project is what was it? Something, so I don't know how to explain it. It's a drone training pilot simulator. So it's supposed to be a simulator that simulates a drone, but you see it from the pilot's perspective at the station, and it's supposed to train real life drone pilots. So people who want to become pilots for drones, how to fly the drone. You might think, hey, a flight simulator is good for this, or you know, you can use Microsoft Flight Simulator, or what's the difference? That has VR, that has everything. Well, the difference is that point of view is inside the airplane, and the airplane is different. Like, it has different functions, whereas a drone has like it has the camera that you can rotate everywhere. It has like a bunch of other functions, and also there's like training protocols. Whatever, it doesn't really matter, because it's not gonna. It's just a project. It's not an actual design. However, the concept is nice and would work in real life. If someone actually had the resources and the team to do that. But yeah, it's supposed to be like a mini project. So I have like a drone model that I found online that's free for any type of use. So I'm just going to use that as the base model of the drone, and I'm going to attach it basically so the VR headset, you can look around in the station itself. So you see a monitor, and that's where you're going to see what the drone's seeing. and then you basically move around with a joystick and a thruster for it, because I think from what I've seen, the pictures that I've seen, that's how the drone actually gets controlled. There's still switches on the on the station and everything like that, and I can't do that because I don't do 3D modeling, and it's really like, it's just a project. It's not, I'm not being paid for it. I wouldn't have taken it if I was being paid for it, because I knew I wouldn't be able to do the 3D modeling stuff. So it's just going to be made up of free assets and whatever I can find. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find a base station for a drone as a free asset, because how likely is it that someone requires that? Yeah. Besides that, I guess other than that, I don't have anything else to do for today. I'm going to have class tomorrow from 10 to 2, I think. And then I'm going to see what happens after. I still have some other projects to do. And then Saturday after... So Saturday, I'm going to go to this friend who I just talked about his story. We're going to hang out and stuff. Yeah, I guess that's it for today. I'm not going to recap at the end because I don't see the point. I'm not going to do something very interesting that I have to recap. I don't think anything's going to happen that I'd have to recap. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be an average day. So thank you, future me, for watching. I hope you are happy whenever and wherever you are. And yeah, that's it for today. Bye.